Hi, Tracy Unified family. This is Miss Sabrina, your assistive technology specialist. I wanted to put together a quick video just to introduce O365. So in your Clever accounts, you'll see this sort of square orange logo, and it's going to say O365. So that access is going to give you the latest and greatest in these apps that we have, and dictation, editor, immersive reader, reading coach, and reading progress in Teams. I'm going to show you real quick those. It's all these great apps, and it's the latest versions of them and latest features. So just to take you over here, let's say we're in Word. So when you access it through O365, you'll still see all of your documents there. You can still come in here and do dictation. So you can come in and do: the solar system is a big family of planets that orbit around the sun. There are 8 planets in the solar system, and each one is uniqua. So I'm obviously a big fan of the Backyardigans. So once we do, we can do dictation. Then when we have our report or our article or something that we're reading, so this can be something we've written or something that we want read to us, either way, we can use the editor tool, and it'll give us a score and some recommendations. So when we see something with a red squiggle, we can click on it and it'll give us lots of suggestions. Remember that you want to take a look at each one, and it's still your voice, so we want you to make that choice, make that educated choice, or if you really wanted that to be uniqua, then you can just ignore it. But if you're doing a name, you might want to capitalize it, etc. So these are things to practice. When you get to a dotted line, that's going to actually be a vocabulary or a acronym suggestion, a conciseness suggestion, sort of a refinement. That's the next thing. So that's just the next level. So it's saying maybe you want to make this just big, excessively big, noticeably big. So something else. So I'll go with excessively big. Why not? A very long time. I really like a very long time. That's exactly what I wanted to say, so I'm going to ignore that suggestion. So that's how we use editor to go through, and now, oh, my editor score went up to 96%. Kind of cool. So the other thing that's great in here is when we go to view, or we can type the word read up here, and we'll get immersive reader. If you're on the desktop version of Word, some of the computers still have read aloud, which will do exactly that, read aloud, but immersive reader gives you that much more. You can highlight different parts of speech in different colors. If you're targeting verbs and adjectives, etc., you can break words into syllables if you're working on decoding and multisyllable words. That's sometimes useful. You can pick the text size. Also, if you like, I always like dark theme, to be honest, but you can actually make the background whatever you like. So when you go from here, the other thing you can do is reading coach. Also, sometimes line focus is nice. You can have just a single line showing. If you press play, this entire thing will be read to you. So you might not be able to hear that because I have my headset on, but she is reading this article. Then if I'm not sure about a word, I can click on it and hear just that word, or I can click on it and see if it's in the picture dictionary, which some of the words, a lot of the words are going to be, and some are not. So that's pretty much how that works. So I'm going to go through and be able to have that read to me or read it word by word. Reading coach is another great thing. Also, if you wanted to suddenly have this translated into Spanish or into English, if it's a Spanish assignment and you need to see what it means, you can translate either direction. You can go into reading coach, and at this point, the play button turns to a microphone. So now I'm over here and I can read this. It's going to give me a countdown. Here we go. The solar system, and each one is unique. The 4 closest planets to the sun are called the, well, I'm not going to read the whole thing. So I correctly read about 123 words per minute. Obviously, I didn't read a whole minute. That's averaging out. Words to practice. It's going to give me some that I could practice on, but I'm going to get this reading report. When I get to my practice words, I can take a look at what some of these things might mean. So I can see them big, I can hear just this word read, and I can record myself and get feedback on that word as well. So that's going to give me the ability to work on some words from that passage. So that's our reading coach feature. And then the other nice thing is your teacher would have the option to go in and assign you something using our reading accelerators. You can import a Word or PDF document, so something straight out of the curriculum. You can also browse a sample library, which is by grade levels, putting in based on number of words and things like that. And then the very newest feature is you can actually use AI. It will generate something for you. It could be on animals for maybe a third grader, and it'll be kind of short, so we'll do it in English. You can do it in other languages as well. So it's going to come up with a passage, and then we can even adjust the complexity of that passage, but it's taking those things into consideration. We can use that passage, and this is, as you assign it, the student will get a chance to record themselves. So here's me. I forgot I was going to be on camera because of this little feature here. So it'll count down and give you the opportunity to read this. Woodpeckers are special birds that live in forests and blah, 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 blah. I'm done. So now I can then send this to my teacher, or I can try again. If I don't like that version, I'm welcome to try again, or I can use that recording and send it back. And then my teacher receives my reading report on that passage with the little recording. So it's a really nice feature. And if anybody has any questions or wants me to come and work with the class or anything, that's what I'm here for. Have a wonderful day, and let me know if I can help.